Yay! We are live. Welcome, welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming. My name is Princess, and you are welcome back to Princess Beyond Passions. We have a topic to discuss, but I will kick it off by I see you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll give a shout out in a bit. By starting, what is the topic? How to handle offenses, and how to handle them, right? In our relationships. I'll just start. Let me just let me just give you my thoughts. Let me just give you my thoughts, right? See, everything that happens is an opportunity for the greater and higher good of the two people in a relationship if they agree, right? See everything, see every offense, rather, see every offense as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to know your spouse a little bit better. See every offense as an opportunity to become wiser and become more loving in a relationship. Right? Okay, an offense is an act or an action or something. By an act or an action, I mean maybe something you have done or something you have said that displeases the physical senses or the moral senses of your partner, right? Right. Sorry. Where I kept this water is not so good because it makes me want to turn back to get it. All right. So, how do we handle offenses? I see you. I see you all. I'm just gonna give some points the way it comes to me. Right. Number one, we just have to be humble. In every opportunity that we have to, be in a relationship, we we have to try to become humble. Try to be humble because when you are humble, you can get offended, you can take offense, you can offend someone. But when you are humble and someone points out the fact that you have offended them, you tend to, mellow and look at it and do the needful, right? Two, if someone says they are offended at you, recognize it when you offend someone. Also recognize it when you are hurt, when you are offended, right? Establish that you have been offended. Don't keep it in and wallow in pain, only you just there. Just establish the fact that someone has offended you. Bring it up, bring it up and let it come up. Don't keep it within you because when you keep it within you, it tends to eat the person up and it's not good for the mental health. Number three, then think what am I gonna do with this person that has offended me? What am I gonna do with my spouse that has offended me? Of course, what are you gonna do with your spouse that has offended you? If it's your spouse who has offended you or someone that is in a relationship with you that has offended you, what are you gonna do with the person? You have to think about that. So what you're gonna do is tell the person that he or she has offended you, right? Maybe that might solve it. And there are some people that you tell that they've offended you, some spouses, and they just go into this banter and go into this argument and argue and argue back and forth and back and forth and all that and all that. And in the end, nothing gets solved. And it continues to be starts building up and starts building up, and then it continues to build up like that and like that. And this is one of the things that lead to you know that gap in a relationship where communication is now broken and it leads to a huge gap. Little by little, the gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until finally something is broken in that relationship and it no longer stays together, right? Yes. Okay, number four, determine to forgive the person for your own mental health, for your own sake. For your own sake. This forgiveness that I'm talking about, we have talked about forgiveness a long time ago, many times. And people say, oh, forgive, it's not easy to forgive. Yes, it is not easy to forgive. But forgiveness is one thing that helps all the time. If you're able to let go, if you're able to forgive, if you're able to just do away with whatever it is that your spouse has done to you or that your boyfriend or girlfriend has done to you, and just forgive the person and let go, then life continues, right? Life continues. Okay. Forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is not forgetfulness, right? I went somewhere and I had brought up this point. God says we should forgive. God did not say we should forget, right? But I don't know how people add forgive and forget. I don't know how we added, we tend, we human beings just have a way of putting theirs, you know, adding their own words into whatever it is that has been laid down or the rules that have been laid down for us. Forgive, right? It's not easy to forgive, albeit it's not easy to forgive at all. And then it is not even easy to forget at all. How are you going to forget such a thing? Are you going to delete it from your memory or please, does anybody know how to delete stuff from the memory? To forget. It's not easy to forget, but when you forgive and let go, you tend to move forward with whatever you are doing. Then, number five, try not to take your spouse's actions personally, right? Understand that something could be going on with that person. Something could be going on with your husband, something could be going on with your wife, something could be going on with your boyfriend or your girlfriend that has absolutely nothing to do with you, right? That person is also a human being, and he or she might be handling or might be dealing with some personal things, or might be dealing with things that other people have done, or might be dealing with things that other people have said, might be dealing with things from work, might be dealing with things on the road, or in the train or anything anywhere, or might be dealing with things that have to do with the children or the home. But, you know, sometimes when your spouse talks to you, you think it is you who is causing that thing. It might just be something else. The person might just be tired or might be dealing with something that it has nothing to do with you. So perhaps if the person doesn't check the tone of communication, the tone of communicating with you, you might think you are the one who is causing that thing. Meanwhile, you are not the one. So I see she's not human. Okay, so please learn not to take your partners too seriously, your partner's action personally sometimes. Then number six, be empathetic. Be empathetic with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Be empathetic with your partner. Sometimes they might be going through something, like I said earlier on. They might be going through a lot. They might be going through something that you don't know about unless that person tells you, right? Unless the person tells you before you'll be able to know, oh, yeah, this is what this person is going through, and maybe that's why this person is doing this. Maybe sometimes your partner is able to tell you much later on, not even at that time that the thing is happening. It might be later on when you now get to find out what was going on with the person at that time. Even you will now begin to, like pity the person or have compassion on the person and say, oh, I didn't know this is what you're going through. Oh, yeah, I wish I had known. Then you might even begin to blame yourself for sometimes the way you lash out, or the way you talked to the person, or the way you reacted when the person, did some certain things. So sometimes we should be empathetic, you know, be empathetic, understand, and empathize with your partner. Understanding goes a very long way, Understanding goes a very, 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 very long way. Okay, number 7, be gentle when correcting your partner. Some time ago, I had a discussion in this channel about, I think, the offenses, not the offenses. I can't remember what the topic is exactly, but someone had said, yes, that that when you come together to begin to live together as man and wife, or you live together as partners, that sometimes your partner just does things, because you're from different backgrounds, and the person might just be doing things the way he or she likes. Oh yeah, I gave an example of, say, two people living in a house, partners, and then the man is constantly leaving all the drawers open. Any drawer that he gets to, he uses whatever he doesn't remember to, close the drawer. And somebody has said, oh, her partner was, always doing this and always, and she was always correcting and correcting. Then I was talking about nagging. Then it almost began to look like she was nagging the partner, and the partner was almost complaining that she was nagging. Meanwhile, it was not nagging, she was just trying to correct him on some things. So when you correct, be gentle with your correction sometimes. And of course, everybody comes with their own with their own stuff, from different backgrounds. Everybody, two people coming from different backgrounds, different um, home upbringing, different, sometimes different tribes, different nationalities, you know, different cultures, different languages. There's just bound to be some frictions sometimes, even with siblings who were born on the same day, like twins. Even twins, they still sometimes disagree. I mean, every human, it happens to every human. Every human um, takes offense, and every human makes other people, upset other people. It's just a human thing, it's just in human nature, right? So but when we try to correct our partners and try to correct our spouses and all that, we do it in love, we do it in a gentle way. Even if you have to tell the person 200 times, keep doing it. And sometimes, I'll get to this next one that I'm going to talk about. Let me continue. Number 8, when confronting, when confronting a spouse about something that he or she has done, be gentle in such confrontation. Be gentle. Be gentle in confronting issues. Don't make it look like you are in a war front, and you're just going to be talking to your spouse anyhow. You just let it come out anyhow. He or she is also a human being, so we have to be gentle in confronting issues. Study the kind of person that you are dealing with, and learn how to, confront the issues. Learn how to talk to the person. Learn how to be gentle with the person. Learn how to be empathetic with the person. Learn how to not to take some things personally, and all that. Okay. So number 9, we have to learn to let go of some things. We can't just hold on to everything. Ignore some. Ignore some of the things your partner says or your partner does to you. Ignore some, right? Then don't respond to some. Laugh off some of the things. Laugh at some of the things the person says. Just make a joke out of it. And don't take everything to heart. Don't take everything to heart, or else you might begin to get angry at a lot of things, and you get angry a lot of times, and it's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your physical health too. And you begin to squeeze your face all the time, and you begin to look old. You understand? I mean, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile. And you know that when you smile now, you look beautiful and all that stuff, right? So please don't take everything seriously. Learn to let go of some things. Now, number 10, you need to study your spouse. Observe your spouse, observe your the person that is your partner, observe the person that you're in a relationship with. You need to observe him or her to know the type of person that he or she is, to know if the person appreciates, if the person is the type that appreciates when he or she is upset or angry. You let the person rest at that time, right? And then later on, you can then pick up the conversation again and begin to, find a way to resolve the matter, right? Okay, so by this, I mean, you know, I have already said what I mean. Just observe the person. And if you have a relationship with someone, that period of going out and dating and all that is a period for you to observe. It's a period for you to study the person. It's a period for you to, you know the kind of person that that person is, appreciate the kind of person that that person is, and see if this person is the type who likes banter, a little banter. For some, they say a little banter is good for them. For some, they say, oh, I would rather let my partner cool off and calm down, then later on we come talk about it. And at that time, tempers would have cooled off, and then you'll be able to discuss reasonably and all that and all that. So these are 10 reasons, 10 points that I have given, right, on how to handle offenses. Yes. So generally, find out what works for the two of you. If definitely the two of you are in a relationship, the two of you should find out what works for the two of you. Find out what it is that you do to your partner that will make trigger off, some sort of reactions that isn't so pleasant to the two of you. I know it's not easy. We're all humans and we are prone to making mistakes. We are prone to offending others. We are prone to, so many wrongs. And some people say their partners never go wrong. That is not true. Everybody can go wrong. Everybody is involved in this thing that I'm talking about. It's not one person. It's not two people. All of us, we are all involved in it. So um, we just have to find a way that works for us. Each relationship is, each person, each relationship finds it must find a way that works for them, and no two relationships are the same. What works for Mr. A and B might not work for Mr. C and D. What works for couple A might not work for couple B. What works for couple Y might not work for couple Z or Z, right? So each relationship is different from the other. So, and don't compare your relationship with another person's relationship. Don't compare um, um, couple A with couple B. Don't compare. Don't and then don't compete there, because some people also compete. Some people are also fond of competing and comparing and doing all that stuff. Don't do all that stuff. Don't bring all those. These are toxins and virus and all that. Don't bring them into your relationship. Let your relationship breathe. Let your relationship be what just the two of you have created in that relationship, just what the two of you can handle. you know Let your relationship be the two of you. Don't bring in a third party, um, or compare your relationship with another person's relationship. I'm going to stop here for how to handle. For now, I'm going to stop here, but I have a whole lot of other things to talk about when it comes to offenses. I'm hoping that someone will join me later on to discuss this thing. and I am still waiting for the person to come. So meanwhile, I am going to give a shout out to everyone who is in the chat right now. First of all, I would like to do something. Let me quickly do that thing. You know that every time most of the time when I have come on live, I try to slow down the conversations that are going on in the chat by using by using the the you can see it. So I'm taking it off right now so that you can be free to um, chat, right? So that you can be free, and so that I can also see and participate in the chat. All right, chat away, everyone. Chat away. Meanwhile, let me see from the beginning. Welcome, welcome, all of you. My dearest friends, you are all here. I see you all. I see you all. Sweet Lily Rose came in earlier on and said, hello. I don't know if she's back, but Sweet Lily Rose, thank you for coming. I didn't even expect that you would even come around, but you still came out and you said hello. Mwah. Mega love shout out to you. Stephen Honey Pie, mega love shout out to you. I'm not waiting for this premiere to start. You are ah, Garden! Yay! Garden is here. We have missed you. We have missed you. I have missed you, Garden. I don't think I saw you last week, did I? And in the other live stream too, I don't think I saw you. No, you didn't come. Was it on Friday or was it when was it? What's today? I think it was on Friday. No, I didn't see you on Friday. And I didn't come out yesterday. Yesterday was really, really busy and so tight for me. I couldn't come out. Okay, all right. So you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Howdy, Steven. You still here? Oh, of course, he should still be here. Where would he? Hey, he says hey to you. Somewhat. He's here somewhat. Head upside down. No thoughts allowed by late people. Gigi! Yay, Gigi's world. Princess Being Passions, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm blessed. I'm doing okay. Busy, busy, but blessed and doing okay. Hello, hello, everyone. I see you all. I see you all. Uh, at Gigi's world, I am not everyone. Stephen. Hey, Clint Andre Vlogs. Clint, how are you? It's been a while. You are welcome. Thank you for coming. It cannot eat me up. I am plastic. Really, Stephen? Okay. Gabriel Hoyer. Gabriel Hoyers. Gabriel Hoyers, you are welcome. I'm sorry if I have not pronounced your name properly, but you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Taking notes. All right, all right. I hear you. No taking notes. Read the whole book. Oh dear. No way. I heard that saying. I was just thinking of this last week. Oh, really? What was that? I must have said something. I don't know what it is that I had said. She is not human. Okay, I tell you. Okay, looking great. Thank you. I cannot be that. I can't even spell it. Okay, empathetic. Empathetic. Is that what you can't spell? All right, we shall learn to spell it. Please like and share if you can. Thank you. Thank you. Please give this advice to sweet apples to my head. I'm not gentle. Okay, sweet is not here. I wish she's here. Well, if she's not here, I'll you tell her to watch do a rewatch of this video, okay? Tell her to do a rewatch so that she can benefit from some of the things that I have said. I could go into details, but I just decided to do this 10 points mind map, so that we can just have a grasp of what, I know that a whole lot of people can handle offenses in different ways, but this is my general coverage of the whole thing. But I still have a lot of things to talk about offenses and all that, okay? Yeah, but let's see how it goes. Either a high heels. No, high heels aren't gentle at all. But I know that you will not look for my high heels, right? I have put my high heels away while I'm discussing this. Okay, so feel free and relax. You better take notes. Steven, you just says you better take notes. I wrote this book. Did you? Did you, Steven? Did you? Evening, everyone. Hey, Garden. Welcome back. She don't let me observe. She's always sleeping. Oh my goodness. Hey, Garden, thumbs up. James Guy, thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, Steven, not me. Oh, I'm always right. Oh, really? Are you the one? Are you the one that I was talking about? Ah, the one that is always right in the relationship, right? No, it's not you. It's not you that is always right. Somebody is always faulty. Who is that person? Is it you? Are you the one who is always at fault, or is it Cindy Star that is always at fault? One of us is always at fault. Who is that person? Yeah, it seems him. It seems him here. Huh? Princess has a Starfleet communicator on her top. How cool is that? Oh, la! Oh, la! Got him. Thank you. I hear you. Gotta be careful. She might beam you to the moon. No, don't worry, I'm not gonna beam anybody. Always blame your partner for everything and never accept blame or responsibility. Easy. Yes, I said some people are like that. They always blame their partners for everything and they never accept responsibility for anything in any of they are always offended. They never say I'm sorry. They never say, oh, I apologize for what I have done wrong. Okay, I'm at fault here. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I will not do this again. Oh, so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't mean to do it. No, some people don't just do all that. They are always right. Some people are always right. But it's not supposed to be like that in a relationship, right? Right, 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 right. Okay. Stephen, I went to a club called the Moon. It had no atmosphere. Oh, really? No, the moon has no atmosphere. Ah, really? You went to that club? I think we all went to that club with you. Oh yeah, that is great. Breathing is hard work. I quit long ago. Stephen, you went to that club with us now, right? I have been getting put on late shit a lot lately. Why is that? Disrupting my LS attendance dramatically. Oh my goodness, Lord. Why is that? Please, guys, whoever is responsible for putting him on late shifts all the time, please stop it. Stop it. Stop putting him. He needs to attend this LS and the other LS, right? I was just kidding. It is well. Yes, it is well. Gigi, I imagine everyone is enjoying the break from my nonsense. No, we are not. We are not, Gordon. We are not enjoying the break. We want you back. We want you back. We want you back. We want you back. We want you. This is a one man demonstration. We want you back, okay? No. No, 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 no. We are not. We don't want that break anymore. You mentioned that stupid saying, "Forgive and forget." Yeah, is it stupid? Forgive, yes, I said forgive. I don't know about forgetting because it's not easy to forget. It's not even easy to forgive, right? But what we are told to do is to forgive, right? But forgetting is not easy, and I think that if you're trying to forget, that is where it becomes very, very difficult because you can't forget now. How are you going to delete it from your coconut? Are you going to delete it from your from your mind? Are you going to delete it? Are you going to erase it from your mind? It's not easy to forget, but we can just make up our mind, decide. Yes, we are responsible for the choices we make. We Each person is responsible for the choices they make. So we can decide to let go, right? Excuse me. We can decide to let go. We can decide to forgive, which is what we have been mandated to do, to forgive, right? Yes, but it's not easy to forget because something that someone did to you like 60 years ago, you could still remember. Something that someone did like 30 years ago, like 20 years ago, if you make a conscious effort to remember it, you remember. And there are some that you don't even need to make any conscious effort and they just come back to you. That is a truth. It's like that with every human being, right? So it's not easy to forget, but we can make a conscious effort to let go. Forgiving is letting go, right? Let go. Forgive the person. Pardon the person. Yes, that's the word you use. Pardon me. Pardon? Yes, whether the person apologizes or not. But after a while, if someone keeps offending you and never apologizes, it trips off something in you, and you now, after a while, you might not even, it becomes difficult to overlook some things. But to other people, that is when they even overlook the more, right? Yes, I mentioned it. Steven, did Cindy give you back your dress yet? Imagine, I miss them big time. Oh dear. No, she stole another one. Since I was sick and I came back now, you're busy. Okay. Oh, Gigi. Sorry about that. I should have talked about that earlier on. How do you feel now? Do you feel better? Yeah? Do you feel better now? I hope you feel much better now. Yeah? Lele? Alright. Stephen, what? You will have no clothes left. I say hi and bye. Oh, yeah, you did, Silly Rose. You did. You did at the beginning. You said hi, you ran away. And now you're back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gigi, I will be here tomorrow and Friday. Maybe you'll need to pretend to be sick again. Pretend to be sick again. So, that's a terrifying thought. With age, it becomes easier to forget. Not sure about forgiving though. I can't remember. Are you kidding me? With age, well, with age, you tend to forget. Yeah, with age, we tend to forget some things. You know, some people consciously make a conscious effort to forget. Like I make a conscious effort. That's why I'm able to talk about it. Sometimes I make a conscious effort to forget. And I forget. It works for me. I experimented on this many years ago and I saw that it was working for me. So I started doing it. I can't explain to you how I do it and how it works for me, but it works for me. Sometimes I make a conscious effort block out block out some things, right? Some work, But I don't think they are completely blocked out. I think they are rather suppressed down, 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 down. I suppress down, 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 down. And I try not to bring it up again. But you see, one of the ways to handle offenses, like I had said earlier on, is to, you know, bring it up and discuss it and trash it out, right? That's one of the ways. For some people, it works for them that way. For others, it doesn't work for them. But that's one of the ways to trash things and move on in a relationship. Okay? Discuss it, but not discuss it, but not dwell too much on it and drag it and nag about it. And once it's gone, it's gone. Then number 11, I forgot to ask, when you have discussed and trashed and let that thing go, don't then, maybe another offense comes up, don't then go back to it and bring up that one again and add it to this fresh one and then begin to drag two things, right? So people do it, like, especially women, when something has already taken place and the thing is already gone and you've already trashed it, and then maybe your partner does something to you again, another time, you then go, you, as you're talking about this one, for example, if it is me, as I'm talking about this one, for example, then I will then remember what has happened before. I will then go get that thing that has happened before, bring it and add it to this one now. And I'm not saying anybody here does it. I'm just saying, you understand? Yes. So just bring it, add it to what is going on now, and then begin to mix the two together. No, that one that has gone, let it go. A lot of people do it. We do it a lot. Let it go. Let that one go. Don't refer to it again. That is already gone. Don't refer to it again. Let it just go like that. Because when you bring what has already passed and bring it back to what is going on presently, it's like a string. You keep on stringing offenses. You do this one, you tie it, you leave it here, you let it hang here. Instead of you to drop it and let it go, you tie it and you let it hang. Then another offense will come, you tie it, let it hang. Then you draw that other one that was there, you pull it to this new one, you tie it there, you leave it there. Then another offense will come again. Then you go back, you draw these two, you join it to this one. You join it to this one, you tie it together. So you're stringing offenses, right? You are stringing along a lot of offenses. And the way you are stringing along a lot of offenses is the same way you are carrying along a lot of baggages, right? Is it baggages or baggage? You carry it along. It's gonna be too heavy for you. It's gonna be too burdensome. It's gonna be too cumbersome to carry. So best thing is to trash this one, drop it, leave it there, leave the past in the past. Then if something comes up again, do not now go back to that one that has happened before and then bring it back and add it on top of this one and mix it and begin to drag it. Oh, it doesn't all go well for our relationship. So, as I'm saying it now, and I'm joking about and I'm laughing about it, all these 11 points, you can expand them, it's going to be huge. So, let's just take note, right? These are the ways to handle it from my perspective. And where did I stop on the comments now? Okay, yeah, let's see. Oh, NASA Saint Food Hub. I see you. I see you. Silly Rose. Bye. 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 Oh, bye. Thank you so much for coming around. Okay. Bye. See you soon. I even forgot what I forgot. Stephen, you forgot what you forgot. Oh, you usually forget what you forgot. That's a good one. Forget what you forgot. Forget it and move on. Sorry. Do I know any of you? doesn't ring any bells. We know you. We know you. A princess, I'm doing great now. Thank God. Gigi's world. I'm happy that you're doing great. Good. Host, hope your Naira sign is on because the advert didn't play when I joined your live stream. Oh, it did not play. Okay, let me check. Um, let me check. Ah, the advert sign had better be, or the dollar sign, or whatever it is called, had better be on. Monetization, yeah, monetization is on. I don't know why it did not play, but it is on. YouTube, play my advert, so please. Ah, I can't be. I can't come and shout. I don't have super chats. I don't have super stickers. I don't have super thanks. It's only those 0.00 cent that are coming in for the LS. That is the only what do you call it, revenue now. So the adverts are better flowing. Okay. All right. Sweet. Don't say that. He will forget. Easiest way to move on in a relationship is just get a new one, but never have joint bank accounts. No way. No way, no way, Gordon. Well, that maybe that's for you. So, how long are you going to be getting new ones? So, like this week, someone offends you, you throw that away. Next week, you get a new one, and then you keep going. How long? It's going to wear you out, man. It's going to wear you out unless you don't. Weird. I see no dollar sign. It should be here. Yeah, the dollar sign has to be there, please. I see it. Okay, you see it. You see it. Okay. Just can't afford to see if it is working. All right. Hello, host and everyone in the house. Oh, thank you so much. Lady Fitch is here. Yes, yes, yes. Lady Ifechi is here. Thank you so much, Lady Fitch, for coming, despite that you have been, so busy and all that, but you still made it here. Thank you very, very much for coming. I hope you've rested a little bit. You have super chats, silly. See? Oh, thank you, Stevie. Thank you so much. See, I have super chats, guys. Wow. Look, look, look. I have super chat. Thank you so much for that. So, see, I have super chat. All right. Let's see now. Let us see. Um, okay. I'm going to invite Lady Ifechi up the panel to come and share from her wealth of experience, share with us uh, how to handle offenses. All right. Okay, Lady Ifechi, I have the link out there now, and please come up. And once you come up, I'm going to take off the link until there's any other person coming up, then I'll bring you back. Okay, Sister Winnie, you are welcome. Thank you so so much for coming. I'm being careful. Hey, all right. So while we wait for Lady Ifechi to come up, all right. I think she is here already. Okay.
Oh, hello,
Okay.
everyone in the chat.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah,
You're welcome. Thank you so much for
thank you. Thank you.
coming. Yeah.
So, what are we? You know, I just said, oh, I have to just come up, even if it's briefly, to talk. We are
Yeah.
discussing when you say, how do you forgive offenses in relationship? Relationship, as in married couple or anybody that you have relationship with, like friends, or because
No,
how you handle things that will be different, honestly, from
no,
person
no,
to
no,
the.
not friends. This time around, I'm
Okay,
not discussing friends. I'm discussing married couples
okay, okay.
and relationship for today. Yes, married couples
Yes,
and
married. Okay, okay.
relationship. Then people who
Yeah,
are courting, people who are in long-term relationships, people who are
yeah.
dating, seeing each other. Yes, like conjugal relationship.
Okay, okay. I'm laughing because of what Stephen put down there.
Oh no, things
Stephen,
to get serious.
Stephen, Stephen is something else. Honestly, he makes me laugh. He said, he said
Oh,
that
my
this will
Stevie.
become serious now. It's no more. No, 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 Stephen, don't worry. It's not going to become serious. It's going
No,
to be still
no.
in a lighter mood. So don't worry. He
Oh,
is.
my Stevie.
Honestly, each time he talks, he just makes, or he writes, he makes me. I've never heard him, but just seen his comments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
No, no, things are
things
going
are
to
going
get
to be
serious.
serious now. Oh God. Yes,
Stevie, at
sometimes
last. Just when we have money. Oh my goodness. It's my people,
waiting
don't
for.
mind them.
And Gordon as well. Oh my God. Yeah,
Well,
don't worry. It's not going to be serious. Sometimes you might be saying something that is serious, and then you say it in a lighter mood.
yes.
So it's still going to be. It's not going to be serious. We're going to um, say it in a lighter mood, but with some seriousness attached to it as well.
Yes.
Oh, both of you are just so funny, Stephen and Gordon. Right. Talking about how do you deal with offenses in marriage?
Yes.
Right. Again, it depends on the type of offense. Some of them can just be maybe harsh word, the way you've spoken to each other. Because when we talk about these offenses, it's not peculiar to a particular sex. I know, because people think each time we talk about talking too much or nagging, we always have the woman in our head. But it's not the case. I know a particular couple, and they are opposite, because the wife is the one that is all well and calculated and calm, and the husband will be the one that will all the time. You want to
I've
sometimes
seen a
sometimes
relationship, I've
sometimes
seen
I
a
find
marriage
because
like that too.
each time this couple will come and share something with us, obviously as just some sort of discussion, to give advice, because obviously they look up to us. Not that we don't. I've always said to them, because I'm doing a video now on mentorship in marriage, that we are mentoring somebody doesn't mean that you don't have problem yourself. However,
Absolutely.
due to your knowledge and your experience over years of marriage, some of the things people come up with, sometimes I smile because that's things I've already gone through. And how I handle this is what I'm going to share with them. And it's only a trusted advice. That mentoring is trusted advisor. That's all it means. Somebody you trust to share your whatever is the problem with, and they will give you advice. They're not going to make you or force you to do what you don't want to do. But they give you that advice and leave it there, and it's up to you to decide what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, how you deal with offenses in marriage? First of all, you have to know who you're married to.
I'm
What
sorry.
is what is happening now in the comment section? We are doomed.
I'm so sorry.
These people,
Stephen,
This is Stephen and Gordon. Where do you get them from?
don't worry. Just leave us to our
It
silliness. We are very silly people.
takes 46 muscles to slap, but only 7 to reach and slap somebody. The couple's wires have crossed.
Of course.
Oh, you see, even though we are about to talk something serious, they don't want it to be serious. They want it to be a laughing.
Yes. Like that.
I blame the affair with the
Oh my
nutrition.
goodness.
Oh my God! Right. What? Let me even say that why I told you I will come up around 6:30, but
Yes.
actually a call came at 7:20. And
Oh, okay.
that's a lady that she was not talking to me what has been going on. There's all the time a lot's going on in marriages. And sometimes, or most of the time, some of these things are things that can easily be handled if both parties are ready and willing. There's sometimes just one person wanting it to work, another person just nonchalant attitude.
Uh,
This is somebody
that
that we've
one,
known.
their wires have really crossed. Just
Yes,
once.
honestly, they really, really cross. Because this one is just like the woman is like the one that really wants to. Okay, what she was telling me was that she she told her husband. These are people who have been married for about 17 years.
Wow,
Told her
they are not
husband that she
kids.
was no, they're not a young couple anyway, young in marriage, but
Um,
this thing is still happening. Can you imagine? In fact, as she was talking, I said to her, I promise I'll be on a live stream by past. I'll get back to you after. She said, okay, auntie, okay, later on. So I have to share this because it's one of the things we are discussing. And she doesn't, obviously, when you share these things, you don't know because it's similar to what may have happened to another person. But I'm just
yeah.
talking about it because this is just what happened now. I was just on that call before I now come up. So she
Okay.
said that she told her husband there was something in the church that she was going to. And then after that, I think she had, there was a delay or something, and she said that normally she would have called her husband to say, oh, we are going to do this, or there's a delay, and I won't be back on time. But she
Okay.
said that no, that she just left it to know whether she's going to check on her because it's always her that will always call, oh, where are you? Or I'm running late, or just to say something. But she just decided to wait and see what will happen. She said to me, Auntie, do you know what? That this husband went to bed with their three children. Their three children. The youngest one just entered. Youngest one is about 10, I think. Yeah. Anyway, she said, I was surprised that they all went to bed and they did not even phone. And I said, well, the children are still young, but not that young that they can't even ask where is mommy before they went to bed. And she said that in the morning, so she came very late, just showered and went to bed. And in the morning, she was expecting her husband to say something. He didn't. So she now she now lashed out and said, oh, so if anything had happened to me overnight, you wouldn't even ask where I was. By the time I came back, all the lights were off and you've gone to bed. What kind of marriage is this? This and that. And,
Oh,
and then her husband is the passive type. I said, so what did he say then when you are saying all this? He said, nothing.
oh dear.
Nothing. Now, this kind of marriage, and she said to me that she's been telling him that that she's not getting any attention from him, that she would now start thinking of getting attention outside just to see
Ah,
what he will say. Just to see what he will say.
oh, okay.
He just shrugged his shoulder and nothing. Yeah, it's like whatever. Or maybe because of your Christianity, you are not going to do that. You see what is going on in marriages. See how people are causing problems for themselves.
Hmm.
Honestly, it's so pathetic. It's so sad. This is something that we have known for a while and we've been trying to talk. But this other person is laissez-faire attitude. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to know. It's just the woman that will be running around doing everything. Even when it comes to finances, is that still the same woman that will be doing all that. When it comes to the children, now she's saying that he refused to go to church with her anymore. And the three children no longer interested in going to church. They're not going either. So what kind of thing is it? When you look at some issues in marriages, it's just something that could have easily been avoided if couples will want to work together.
Together,
So
yeah.
going back to the topic for today, how you deal with deal with offenses in marriage, isn't what we are talking about?
Yes,
Offenses and how to handle them.
yes.
Right. How to handle them, again, as I say, it depends. Because when you have this kind of man I just described now, and there's an offense, he's not even going to talk. He always ignores her, does not talk to her when there's a problem. So that is very difficult, very, very difficult. Because how you deal with offenses in marriage is, what we always advise is to communicate, to talk about it.
Yes.
Tell the person how you feel, tell the person that you felt offended, And it's not about how the other person feels, it's about how you feel. The person that offended you, the spouse that offended the other person, may not even see it as an offense. But
Yeah.
the fact that your spouse have said to you, you have offended me. I feel offended by what you just did, or by the way you spoke to me, or whatever the case may be. It's no longer a time for you to start justifying anything. You
Yeah.
can't just start saying, but I didn't, but, no, and start saying, well, it doesn't, that's not, you shouldn't take it that way. No, no, no. You don't have to tell her how to take it or tell him how to take it. The fact that they're saying that they felt offended by what you say, it's not a time to start justifying anything. It's a time for you to, it's not a time for you to react. It's a time for you to respond. And how you respond is to look at it. Whether you think you've offended them or not, but they felt like that, you have to apologize. You have to find a way. But most of the time, not just men, women, some women as well, I don't know whether it's ego or whatever it is, to say that they are sorry. And
Yeah,
this idea
I
of
think it's ego. I think it's ego
ego,
because when I
yes,
started, the first thing I talked about was humility. Because
yes,
if you are humble, if you have true humility, and some people have false humility, that one is a topic for another day. Some people have false humility whereby it's just a facade. You think they are humble, but really they are not. And how to
yes,
know? There's a way to know those people. So if you are humble, if one is humble, and one's partner says, "Oh, honey, you've just offended me," or you've done, or whatever you call each other, and say, when one person points out that one person has offended, if
yes.
the person should be able to come down and at least listen
Listen.
first, then instead of justifying, or because it's when you start justifying, then the other person will now start thinking, oh, so you are justifying the wrong that you have done. So are you, who is Mumu now? Are you trying to play on my intelligence, or are you taking me for granted? And so
Mm,
where all those things will now start coming in, and when it continues to happen over and over again, that's
yes.
when it becomes, bad. So I
Mm.
think ego is part of it.
Yes, ego is definitely a big thing to, because it doesn't take anything for you to be humble and know that this relationship, this marriage is, you are in partnership. It's no longer rolling it on somebody else, or treating them like however you want. Maybe you feel that you're better off than your spouse. Some people, when I hear spouses talking about my money, my this, my car, my this, honestly, it makes
You
me
wonder if they are partners or not.
yes. What do you mean by my money? I put a 10 pounds petrol in her car. One man and a husband was actually saying that about and telling us, saying it openly. Oh, I put 10 pounds petrol and I didn't know I wouldn't use it all in her car. I'm thinking, sometimes I don't know. I don't know why people want to cause problem for themselves. What would have been so easy and simple? People are making it a big thing.
Yeah,
And for that to be for somebody to say that out to honor other people's hearing, shows you that their level of
yeah.
what
Something
yeah,
has broken in that
yeah,
relationship.
yeah. So yeah, I think, as I say, communication, that's where it should start. But sometimes people will tell you, just like the lady I've just spoken to now, communication, who are you communicating with? He's not even responding. He's not even telling you. So what do you do?
Because communication is two ways now.
Yes.
You
If
talk to
you're
someone and the person
talking to
talks back
yourself,
to you.
you talk to yourself and you answer yourself, and the person will just ignore
You
you.
get
That
feedback
is so
for yourself.
annoying. That is so annoying. How can anybody just deal with that? Honestly, it's just I feel, and I just have to, I said to her, let me come on this live stream. After that, I'm going to go down and discuss with my husband before we can get back to her and see how we're going to advise or what we're going to say. Because some of these things, sometimes I just lack words. I just lack words sometimes because I don't know. It's so difficult. Yeah. So I see. That's why when we talk about issues in marriages, and people say to you, it can only work with certain type of people, I now understand it, because you can talk and advise people as much as you want, but if two of them are not prepared to work together and make that marriage work, yeah, and if it's only one-sided, the other person will become tired at a point and say, do you know what? Whatever is going to happen now, let it happen, and they won't bother. So as I say, communication will be the first, and I must talk to myself. No one else will listen. Steven is still there with his comments. Anyway, so I think it's a case of really, yeah, how to deal with offense. If you don't communicate, it becomes very difficult. And it becomes annoying as well, because it's like I find it so disrespectful that you're talking to your spouse and they're not even responding, they're just ignoring you. And you are the one that already you feel offended, and you're telling them that you're offended by what they've done. And then they now add it or add salt to the injury by ignoring you. You wonder why marriages are breaking and why people are living in the same house, but are living like visitors. We know a few of them here in UK who are they're in the same house, so they haven't separated or done anything, but they're in the same house, but they're living independent lives, and they're just happy like that. You wonder why. So, my dear, um, that's what I think anyway. Communicating it, that's how you deal with it. Because if you don't communicate, I don't know how you're going to deal with the offense or how you're going to forgive the person. If that person is not prepared to listen and to understand what you are saying, and not justify why they've done what they've done.
Mm.
Yeah.
The communication is a very important one. It's
Yeah.
and communication is not just talking. It also involves how you say it. It
How you
also
say
involves,
it.
yes, how you say it.
Yes. It's not
Uh,
what you say, but how you say it. Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yes,
So,
that's a good one. That's a very good one.
mm. Oh dear, this life, eh? I just wish that people know that it's nothing in it and just take life easy and try and solve some of these things. Some of these things that is causing problems in marriages, honestly, they're not even worth it. But it's just because of ego, lack of humility. How do you think? Do you know who I am? This and that. And yeah, it causes a lot of problems.
Mhm.
And
It does.
yeah.
It does.
Mhm.
It does. So it's why I always go back to my manual,
Mm.
my life manual, because you can, if you believe in something and you hinge there are some things you hinge, some principles and all that, you
Mm.
you hinge yourself on and walk accordingly. You somehow you always find yourself coming back to the truth, coming back
Yes.
where it ought to start from, coming back to,
Mm.
okay, if I have gone wrong, I recognize that I have done wrong. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the things I said earlier on. If you've done wrong, first of all, establish it that yes,
Yes.
I have done wrong, or establish
Yes.
it that somebody has done wrong to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be established. Then and if you don't have that heart of humility, you will not be able. You there are some things you can't even establish. You keep justifying it.
Yes.
The person will keep justifying it for years, for 100
Yes.
years. You keep justifying because the person cannot see,
Mm.
right? The person
Yeah.
has been the person's judgment is beclouded with pride, beclouded with inflated ego, beclouded with whatever it is that is beclouding that person's judgment. The person will not be able to see that he or she has actually done wrong, or has
Yeah.
actually offended someone,
Yeah.
or has actually stepped on someone's toe. He or she will not be
Mm.
able. And when someone continues to do that, you continue to do that to your partner. You
Yes.
continue to do that to your partner. You continue to do that to your partner. over time it becomes a part of that person, and the person takes it outside.
Mm-hmm.
The person will
Mm-hmm.
do it to his or her friend outside. The person
Yes.
will do it to colleagues. The person will do it to people, even customers, even you go out and go to the grocery stores, you see some people fighting at the till,
Mm.
the person will take it out, because
Yes.
it doesn't end in the home.
No. No.
Yes, so this is one of the things. So when the person repeatedly, does one thing at home, you keep repeating, and the person is not seeing that, oh, this thing I'm doing is wrong, is actually wrong.
Mm.
If that person
Mm.
doesn't establish it that is wrong, then you begin to find a way to correct it. The person is going to take it out.
Yeah.
And once it gets out there, people will start running away from you.
Yeah.
Friends will run away from you, and you won't know why they are running.
Yeah. This one, I don't have strength for their problem. Oh,
I'm
yes, it's
telling
true.
you.
It's true. Oh dear.
Hey,
Mm.
Oyoyo's world, you are here. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Welcome, welcome everyone. Oyoyo, Juba, Clement, Treasure,
Yeah.
Gordon, and Mike, and Stephen are here pulling our
Yay.
legs. Yeah, so yeah, relationship, marriage, it can be easy, it can be hard, depending on how people, want to handle it, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, can be either way, can go either way. If both parties are not prepared to work together, and it can go the other way around. So it's why I'm alone. So you don't have anybody to fight with. You just
You don't
you
have,
don't have
you
strength to
don't
fight
have
with
anybody
anyone.
to fight him except me. I can fight him. Silliness
Yeah,
can fight. All of us in here. No, Gigi can fight him. And he doesn't have strength for any other person apart from us, because we know how to fight him. Everybody has a weapon for him.
yeah.
Some people have apples to throw at him.
Mm. And another thing is some couples, when they have issue, instead of staying there to discuss it, one person will just jump into the car and go somewhere and wait until night time when the other person is already gone to bed, and they'll just come back and to have peace. And I said, that's not the best way to deal with any situation. Maybe you want to go out to cool your head and when there is heated argument because you don't want to become physical. But that doesn't end that problem. If you want to go out and cool your head, sometimes it's advised to do that, because you may be there, another person's mouth is running like the other person is having a verbal diarrhea. You think that if you stay here any longer, you're going to do something that you will regret. Yes, you can take yourself out of that environment, but staying away and then the person gone to bed, you come back, and then the next day that problem is still there, and
Yeah.
maybe even more magnified because it has not been sorted. You cannot shove it under the carpet. You can go and cool your head now, but still have to come back and discuss it if you really want that relationship or that marriage to work. Unless you're just there for, well, if it works, okay. If it doesn't work, okay. Or everybody, as I say, well, at least we know two couples now who are they're still in the house, but they don't. One person will come down to the kitchen. Another person will notice that they're in the kitchen. They will remain upstairs until they leave the kitchen. The other person will come down. They've been doing this for at least 2 years now. And
Whoa.
you see them outside, and they don't come together. They go on their own, but they're still there. And I'm like, I'm not an advocate for divorce or do this, but what kind of relationship is that? What are you people doing together there? If you don't want to sort yourselves out, and they just think that that's how they want to lead their life because they've got children from previous relationships, and they are adults, so it's just two of them. But that's how they're living, and they think it's okay. I don't know how I can be in a house like just now, like myself and my husband. I'll be in the house, and I won't even talk to him for an hour. Never mind. Never mind living
How
here.
much more? 1 day, 2 days,
Eh?
2 days or 2 years.
Yes. Sometimes I just wonder, how do people actually do it? How do you do it? I want to understand this, you know. But yeah. Oh dear, dear, dear. Please, oh, we can do better. This life is too short sometimes. And when people are so unhappy, especially when it comes to marriage and you're so unhappy, even if you go out there to pretend, people still know that you are not happy because that the body language will be there. Oh, let me
Yeah.
tell you what happened this weekend. Last weekend, yeah. What happened last weekend? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple that just had their traditional marriage on Friday and the church wedding on Saturday, just gone. This
Okay.
couple, the man lives in Canada and the wife is in Nigeria. So I don't know how they were introduced. He's already come back before and they did that. Just to share this, for you to understand that people don't even understand the full meaning of marriage. And parents, what I'm going to tell you now is parents, where we as parents with older children are failing. So this man, for some reason, he said to his parents that he does not want to go ahead anymore with this marriage. That things have been happening since they did the court wedding, how the girl has been behaving and what she's been saying to him and all that. That is not everything that he will spell out, but that he does not think that this is the person he would like to live with and get married to. But
Um,
you know what the parents said? Oh no, that he shouldn't even mention it. That he's only because the boy, a young man, was telling them this like 2 days to the traditional marriage. He said, "I don't want to go ahead."
oh,
And the dad was like, "What? Please
the
don't even
parents.
repeat that. All the dignitaries, we've already spent 11 million for this event, and all the dignitaries are all set. Some of them are already lodging in hotels. What do you want me to tell them?" You
Hi.
see? Yes, this wedding, this wedding went ahead on Saturday. So this wedding actually failed before it started. So
Yeah.
because this young man wants to, if it's one of these ones like my sons born here, eh? You're telling them this, and you can talk again because you'll be on your own. And
Hmm.
but I myself and hobby as parents anyway will not even push
Say
because
that.
we can't push. Even if we have spent 20 million, so be it. The important thing is that marriage is not something you can just dabble into. Do you know that this parent and the woman, that because my most senior sister was here, so she was the wife was her close friend. She called her that night, emergency call. My sister came to me and said, "Oh, am I free? That you have this thing you're talking about. Look at what is on the ground." And I'm like, I said, "Well, if he said that he doesn't want to marry anymore to go ahead, why are they pushing it?" He said that is the shame that the parents are saying that is the shame that they're going to have and the waste of money. I say, well,
Oh,
money is not everything. These parents already destroyed that marriage before it started. Because this young man will always tell them, "I said I do not want to get married." And if you look at in fact, my sister, because she's still in the UK, she asked her first daughter in Nigeria to go and represent her in that wedding and to please send her pictures. From that picture of that wedding, you clearly see that this young man was just standing there because his parents wants him to go ahead with this marriage. He smiled. In fact, he used dark goggles to cover his face. Nobody saw his
ah.
eyes throughout. He
Oh
was
my
dark
goodness.
goggle. I saw that wedding picture. I'm like, whoa, this spoke volumes. And he was not holding her. You know how they are doing this all their hilarious dancing in Nigeria now when people are wedding. When we wedded, it's like you are even too shy to look at anybody, never mind dancing and everything. But
Yeah.
now you see all these brides, they are just like this. They'll fly up, they fly down. That is like, oh my God. So she was
They
just
rehearse
busy.
all those dances before they come to do all those things. So it's part
Sorry?
of the best rehearsals they do.
Eh. So she was dancing, doing all that. And you can just see the man. Sometimes he'll just put his hand in his jaw and he will just very uncomfortable looking around. And I'm like, what is this?
The marriage is
And
for the marriage is for only one person. It's only one person that is getting married to himself or herself.
Yes, she's marrying herself because that marriage already failed before it started. She is marrying herself because
Hey, good.
this
God
young
bless
man did now listen again to what the parents said to their son. They said to him, "Well, as I said, I don't want any disgrace. All the dignitaries are lodging in hotel. We have spent all these million, blah 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 blah. You have to go ahead after you can leave her here, go back to Canada, and do whatever you want to do." I'm like, so what's the point in that marriage then? Why do you encourage him to have the marriage? Just because of your ego, because you don't want that shame, because people are coming, because this and that. This is why this young man married this lady. And of all this that is happening, the lady did not know that the man actually said, he didn't even tell the lady, he told the parents first. So if the parents agree, he can now tell the lady, I don't want to marry you in 2 days' time. I really don't think we are compatible. But they shushed her up. They shut him up, and the wedding went ahead. Now, parents, what is going on? So that was just happened over this. A lot has happened this week, honestly. It just happened
you.
this past weekend. Yeah. So that wedding, both the traditional and the church wedding, went ahead last weekend. Failed marriage already before it started. We have to be very careful. I
That's
went for a wedding, but I had to. I went for a wedding, mad, but I had to attend. A girl went on to marry a fiancé that just raped his ex and was discharged from jail. The bride's father wanted the wedding to go. You see what I mean?
Can you
Why are
imagine?
parents? Why are parents doing this? Why? Hey, hmm,
That's what you're
really
welcome.
crazy. Really, really crazy. Yes,
Hello,
it's good to
boss.
come. Hello, hello, Yo Yo.
Hello,
It's good
Mommy
to.
Fechi.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, boss.
Hello, Yo Yo.
Oh,
It's good to.
sorry,
Thank you.
it's from my
Hello.
side. Okay, all right. See, this happened 2 weeks ago. I had two weddings. One had to do. I wanted to do both reception and everything, but they were wasting time. So on Thursday, 2 days to the wedding, we got this information. The father pleaded with the lawyer not to let my hubby and his brother know about this because they are going to turn down the wedding and they will not come. So the lawyer had to, because of the closeness, had to discuss with them, and privately about it. That he advised the girl, "Why do you want to continue with this?"
Hmm.
The girl said, "It's okay. I just have to. I love him." The man, they advised the husband, the father, "Why do you want to?" Say they have spent so much money, just like what Mami Fechi was talking. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
I went to that wedding in Redeemed Church. I was so angry. Then when they start singing some "It Is Well with My Soul," "When Seas Like a River," I was telling myself maybe the church already knew something like this happened, that are singing this in a wedding. "When seas like a river tended my soul." I don't think it was a wedding song, but I enjoyed the song, and that kind of calmed my spirit down. I couldn't get myself to look at this young man. Before that Saturday, I met this person in August. They introduced the couple to us. We kind of congratulated them. The girl said no sex before marriage, so she wasn't intimate with this man.
Hmm.
And this young man, his was he his ex called that he needed some money. If you have us, okay, I can give you or whatever. So he found himself in his ex place, and then one thing led to the other. And in the US here, once a lady says no, stop, even if she initiated the act, once she said stop, you have to stop. You can't proceed any further. So this guy went ahead, and after the girl called 911, they came, collected the rape kit and everything, arrested the guy. Examination showed that he was this guy's DNA and all of that, and he was sent to jail.
Okay.
So they had to call a lawyer to bail this girl. And I felt bad for this young lady. Marriage is not boyfriend relationship. I really pray that our young folks will understand it. It's not a walk in the park. You walk into today, you walk out tomorrow. How could you go ahead to marry a man that did not respect you, went back and have intercourse with his ex, and then the girl claimed rape, and they called the police, and the guy is locked up and was discharged, which I know they're still they're still in court, and you said you want to go ahead and marry the person? I told my hubby I wasn't going. He said, please, that if we
Oh.
don't go now, it will be over
Hmm.
before we've gotten the information. So we just
Hmm.
have to pretend to be happy and tell
Hey,
them congratulations.
Oh,
what is all this? Why are
oh,
parents doing this?
I have no
oh,
idea. And they are Nigerians.
oh.
Yes, they're the
Sometimes,
ones doing all this. Yes.
At this
sometimes
time and
we
age,
women should be out and upfront with their husband. A man cannot control everything that happens in your home.
Oh,
It shouldn't
no.
be. This woman, I say, what did the mother say? That they say the mother is that the kind that is, whatever the husband says is final. I
Mbano,
said, what
mbano, mbano. No, no,
nonsense.
no, no, no.
I
Mm-mm.
I was just looking at them because I know he's already doomed to fail. No matter what the priest said in that sermon, I was just looking at them. How can you start visiting somebody in jail? That's their honeymoon. What nonsense
Mm.
are we doing? Because of a whole expense, wedding expense, all the money you've thrown, to hell with the money.
To
That is
hell with
paper.
the money. What kind of stupid money? Eh?
Honestly, I wanted to discuss this,
Oh,
but I can't share this on my page, on my channel.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
told Spicy to go on this, but I don't know. Maybe a princess. Some people dey your house, make you block them quick, 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 quick,
Really?
quick, 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 quick.
Yeah, remove them all. Hey. These people, they're all over the place.
Honestly,
Eh? Mm.
so you can understand what Mommy Fechi is even saying. Look at this case now. The guy is in
Hey,
court. That's your honeymoon. You'll be going to court. Is
hey.
it that they are no longer go and marry Oyibo if you no see Nigerian marry?
Honestly,
I tell you.
honestly.
I don't know. I've been here listening to both of you, but when Mommy Feti started talking about that wedding thing, it reminded
Hmm.
me of the one I was a party to say
Hey.
congratulations. He can understand the guilt I'm living with.
Mm.
And I'm not close to this family, but I feel so guilty knowing that this is what is underground. The parents, they don't even want anybody to know about it. And that is what
Mm.
they push the daughter to. And the daughter stupidly said, no, no, I'm going ahead with the wedding. For what?
Hey,
Because of lack of men? Or she
Hmm.
feels she cannot find another husband? This is an
No.
American-born Nigerian.
uh,
Mm.
If you can't find a Nigerian, marry Oyibo, period.
Ah, doesn't matter. Our people are just so bent on this amount of money. Oh, all these big people are already in the hotel waiting for this wedding. What will I tell them? Tell them that your son said that he's not marrying anymore.
exactly.
That is
Simple.
it.
It's as simple as that. You were
Yes.
Honestly,
invited. Go back home.
Get back home.
Must you because this marriage, for instance, let's take the one that Mommy Fechi has talked about now. This one that you have spoken about is already failed.
Failed.
It's just like a time bomb waiting to happen,
yeah,
Yes.
right? The time is already ticking. They just want to save face, like Stephen has said, just to
Yes.
save face for the day.
Hey.
If that's what the parents are doing now, just to
Oh,
save
this
face
is
for the.
shocking.
But they forget one thing. They forget that it is better to. Is it not better to, okay, say, oh, my son says, oh, he's not marrying again for one or two reasons, than for the two of them to marry,
Hmm.
and then they start killing each other in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what is going to come up next. Somebody's mental health is going to
Mm.
deteriorate.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to, they are going to pay with their lives this thing, because as you get into this kind of relationship, then little by little, life, the quality of life they are living begins to deteriorate. The
Yes.
quality of life,
Yes.
that's what I mean by paying with their lives, because the
Yes.
quality of life is no more the same.
At
It's going
all.
to depreciate, it's going to come down, and who knows what one person is going to come out of that relationship with. Somebody might come out becoming depressed, somebody
Mm.
might come out becoming mentally, something damaged or something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know. So it would the parents now prefer that to happen to their children rather
Hey.
than listening to the children now?
Yes. Ah,
Because a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
of
By the
course.
Absolutely.
time things will happen, by the time things will happen in that marriage and spiral into other things,
Of
right?
course.
Those parents are not going to be able to salvage the situation for these children.
Mm-hmm.
Those parents are also going to be dragged, because they are the ones, their names will follow the thing, because it will look like they are the ones who forced this marriage to happen.
Yes. Yes.
They are not free either way. They are not going to be
Oh,
free from it.
no.
Yeah.
They're not going to be free from it. So parents should really, really stop doing these things. Stop. I didn't know that this time and age, people are still pushing their children
Ay.
into marriages that are not supposed to even happen. They are the ones contributing to marriages failing, because these marriages have already failed before they
Mm.
started.
Yes. There's no marriage there.
Yeah.
The girl was
No,
just dancing and the man was just there with his dark goggles all through. Nobody saw his eyes. Eh? Oh my God. What is all this? Eh?
It's so sad,
So
honestly.
sad. Mm.
Anyway,
Well,
Princess, I have to be dropping. My kid will be knocking at my door back from school any moment from now. Thank you
all
for
right.
mm,
being amazing. Mommy Fetchy, God bless you real good.
you
Yeah.
too, you too. Yo, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. We
Thank you.
will even end the LS very soon. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for this.
Okay.
Lady Fetch,
Ah,
thank you very much for giving time
thank
to
you.
this.
We'll just have to keep creating awareness, talking, people who will hear. I mean, it's benefiting some people who are ready to work on their marriages and some people who are not ready to work and who don't really want it. You can't force anybody, but we'll just be creating the awareness and that's it.
Yeah, and for singles too, they should be learning,
Yes,
because marriage is
yes.
not by force. If
No,
it's supposed to be something of joy, a thing of joy. It's not something that you have to go into, whether
no.
it's not
Saying,
a
oh,
full time affair.
no, exactly. Oh, my mates are married. I'm not. No, 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 no. There's
Not
no
everybody
mates.
will get married anyway.
Not
Not
everybody.
everybody.
It's not
It's not for
mandatory. It's not a must.
no.
That's what people have to understand. And don't let anybody shame you, age shame you that you're not yet married and you're 35 for a lady or even 40. No, you can still live a fulfilled life as a single lady and achieve what you want to achieve in life. You know?
Absolutely.
Some people's life are cut short because of marriage. So
Yeah.
why would you want to go into it? For what?
Tell you.
Mm.
Absolutely. It's really, really
Mm.
disheartening. It's
Mm.
disheartening. Disheartening.
Princess, this Gordon and Stephen, his salad is in the oven.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it too.
Oh,
Yeah,
please leave me
they're just,
alone. These two men,
they're
his
just
salad
making
is,
me laugh.
his salad is in the oven and it should be ready soon.
Who put salad in the oven, Gordon?
Oh my God. See these two, Oh God.
Gordon might burn his salad. Gordon, please don't burn your salad. Don't burn it, please. Go get it out of the oven. Salads are not meant to be in the oven. Is it a
Oh,
salad time,
anyway,
or what are you doing?
Okay, princess, I'll get that. I think I need to maybe put my head in spices one before I go and rest.
All right, it's okay. Thank
Okay,
you
thank
so
you
much.
everyone.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Stephen and Gordon for making. You see, it wasn't that serious after all. Even though we talked about serious stuff, but
Yes.
you people made it not to be too serious. You
Mm-hmm.
see, so thank you both of you. Anna, Anna is coming now while I'm going.
Anna is coming.
Yeah,
Anna, you are welcome. We have
yes.
talked about a whole lot of things, and
Yes, yes.
Lady
You're
Fetchy is
welcome, Anna. If you can maybe do a little bit of replay later, you can see what we've talked about because there's some, even though there's all this laughing there are still some serious stuff that we have
yes,
talked
they
about.
are serious things. They are
Yes,
serious things, and it's
yes,
always
very serious. Yes, yes.
hey,
Okay,
serious things.
okay then, Princess.
All right. Thank you
Bye,
so much.
everyone.
Happy to have you here.
Okay, okay, take
For
care.
the contributions. All right, guys. That was Ifechi family. I call her Lady Ifechi. And Oyoyo's World was also here earlier on. Please, if you don't have these two people, if you would like to check out their channels, feel free to go check out their channels, okay? And thank you so much, Oyoyo's World and Lady Ifechi family, for coming on board to discuss, to share your contribution and discuss, um, share in what we are discussing. Thank you so much. I'm sure that one or two people out there will benefit from these things that we talk about. Albeit, anyhow, it's these are serious matters, and I bring up relationship topics because of the rate of deteriorating marriages, the rate of failing marriages. That's why I bring up topics on marriages, topics on relationships, and all that and all that. Though sometimes I tend to use, I tend to tell my story in a comedic way, or laugh about it and joke about it, but they are very serious issues. And I don't want to have a headache discussing marriage. I don't want to have a headache discussing relationship because it's a lot of headache when you put your head into it and you're discussing it. It's a lot of ache thinking about failing marriages and failed marriages and all that and all that and past experiences and hurts and pain and aches and all that, right? It's a lot. So the way we're even discussing it and laughing and all that is better for me. It's also good for my mental health because I'm discussing these things. If we really take it like we want, like people discuss these things, it can become it can become pain. It can hurt so much. And because we're talking to a number of people, you don't know who is listening, and you don't know what it's triggering for that person. It triggers off some things for some people. Like Gordon said earlier on, triggers of bad memories for some people. It triggers of traumatic experiences for some people, and we don't want to do that. Contrary to what it will go contrary to what we intend the program or the live stream to be. So um please, when I discuss serious issues like this and we laugh about it and we interject some comedic things to, it's just meant for us to take it in a lighter mood, but these are serious issues. So, if you would like to listen to the LS again, feel free to listen in a bit and pick out few things. If I'm able to edit, I will. But this one, I don't think I will edit it. I'm just gonna leave it like this because everything we have talked about here is they are all important things. All right, people. Yeah, so Anna, but thank you so much for coming in. I wasn't here. Gigi impersonated. Yeah, Stevie, you were here. Okay. I hear you. Gigi did not impersonate you. You were here, full body, with your full chest. You were here. Everything about you, everything you were here, spirit, soul, and body. You even contributed. All right, people. Thank you all so much. No, it's all right, Steven. You don't have to apologize for that. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's serious, but I must run from this. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. These are serious issues. Okay. For people who want to listen, they will listen because I realize that people come back to listen to my LS. So um, let him who has an ear hear what the Spirit is saying. Yeah, that's it. So, guys, how's everyone doing? How has your week been? Uh, oh, my sweet Lily is already she already left. Anyway, I'll talk to her later on. Hope you guys are cool. Steven, you're right. Gordon, you're right. Gigi's world. Have you fully recovered now? Amagbai, how are you? I think you had an LS. When was it? I missed it, but I saw it earlier on. Yes, serious, but I must run from this. Well, it's good for us as we're all learning. So it will help. It will keep for those who want to go into it. For singles who want to get married, it will help them. For the married who are listening, it will help. Because we learn from every experience. Yeah, we learn from every experience. And for those who don't want for those who don't want to attempt anymore, it will also help. You know, yes, some must learn. Yes, got in. Bye. Thank you so much. Good to have you. Good to have you. I have missed you, so it's good that you came around today. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you take care too. Yeah, everyone. I got to go now. We've done an hour and 37 minutes. Yes, of this talk. So some people will learn, and some people, well, but we must. For us, we must keep on talking about these things. We must keep on, sharing what we know. We must keep on creating the awareness for people to know, like, parents should not force their children into marriage relationships. If your child wakes up and says, oh, I know that I know that I have been with this person, and now it's very clear I've planned this marriage, and this marriage is not the best thing. I mean, I think we should stop right now. The parents should actually listen to the children, because the children or that child is the one going to be in the relationship. It's not the parent who is going to be marrying the person, the other one. It's not the parent who is going to be in that marriage. It is the child who is going to be in that marriage. So if that child comes up to say, oh, one thing is I'm not really convinced, then let it be. Let it go. I mean, you can't be thinking about the money you have spent to buy a shrebi and buy cloth and do all those, plan all the things that you have. You can't be thinking about that money, because that money does not equate your child's life. You see, money does not equate, no amount of money equates a child's life. So if your child says, oh, I'm not convinced about this marriage, give him or her time. As a parent, that's what you have to do. You have to be responsible for your child till the end. Give him or her time. Or call the person, oh, my dear, you don't think, okay, so if you say let's pause, then we'll pause on this marriage. And Then you will have your time. Take some time off. Go on a short holiday or something. Go and do your thinking, and come to us. Tell me what you think. If you still want to hold on to it, or you want to go ahead, or you don't want to do it again. Whatever your child tells you, you should be able to think, pull back yourself. Should be able to pull back as a parent and think about what your child is saying. Because if you push that child and say, no, you must do this, you must get married, you must get married to this person, no, you this wedding must go ahead, you are not the one who is going to be in that wedding. You're not the one who's going to be in that marriage. Your child is the one who's going to be in that marriage, and your child has already seen that something is not right in that relationship, is why he or she is pulling out or putting a pause on that thing. But you, because you have spent money, you want you want to push the child into that thing. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And once that kind of marriage takes place, oh, of course, you know that there will be offenses in that relationship, like every day. You just won't know where the offense is coming. You just won't know what is making this person angry. Well, you just won't know what is upsetting this person in this relationship. But the person, that anger is constantly there. It's not something that you can do away with. It's constantly there because the foundation of that relationship is already wrong. Right? Wrong. So the person comes home, the person sees the same person that he or she did not want to get married to, but because the parent forced them to get married to that person, the person sees him or her, the person is already angry. And you ask the person, why are you angry, or what is upsetting you? The person won't be able to say, there's this constant thing there, which might eventually turn into hatred and resentment against the other person, right? So we should we should check out these things. We should let our children's relationships be. Don't push them. Rather guide them, direct them to the right path. Let it be a sweet relationship. Let them come to you and come let them be able to come to you as a parent, for you to give your candid advice or something like that. But your child cannot come to you and say, oh, worried and concerned about his or her relationship and something as serious as marriage, and you still push that child. You have to listen to that child, hear the child from the child's point of view. After all, the child is not a baby, is an adult, right? Yes, you have to be able to listen to that your child as a parent. Listen to that child, hear the concerns, hear the things that he or she is worried about, and do the needful. Not that you have to be pushing the child. What are nonsense? A few $1,000s not equal to a life of misery at all. Absolutely. I tell you, then stupid parents have to pay again to help with lawyers' divorce fee. Yeah. So is what I was saying then. So is it better for you to stop this now, cut cut down on your losses, right? Or you want to go ahead with the whole marriage nonsense, is a charade. You want to go ahead with it, and then thereafter your children are not happy, and they're still gonna go start gathering money to start paying lawyers for divorce and all that. Is just You're just making life more complicated for these children. You see, making life more complicated, which ought not to be in the first place. Singles out there, Take notes and be careful. All right. So yeah, guys, we got to go. We spent so much time here. It's already almost it's this is an hour 44 minutes. Pastor Chige Mezu, thank you for coming, Pascal. Um, yeah. So yeah, that is it. I've enjoyed your company, people. I hope you have enjoyed this LS as much as I have. So on that note, I want to. Steven, that is allowed. How are you going to do it exactly? Please tell me. Tell me how you're going to do that because I don't think I'll be able to do it. I can't divorce myself. Can divorce partners, but not myself. Yeah, I love myself too much to divorce myself. I tell you, I love myself too much to divorce myself. No way, man. I'm gonna be in this relationship by myself. Marriage is not a joke, oh, it's a serious thing, man. Marriage, eh? Ma, ma alone is something. You now add re-age to it. Oh dear. It's not for the faint-hearted, okay? Marriage is not for the faint-hearted. But that is not to discourage whoever wants to get married. You can actually get married again, right? You can actually do it if you want to. I only love one half of myself. Wow. So what about the remaining half? No, I love myself with my full chest. My coconut, my from head to toe. I love myself all round. I can't afford to divorce myself, right? All right, guys, it's been a wonderful one. See you again on Friday. Come out on Thursday and come listen to my story. I have a story to tell on Thursday premiere. It's already on schedule. You would see it there. I think I titled that one. Um, what if my friend had listened? Yes, it's a very interesting story. Come on Thursday and premiere with me so you can hear the story. Okay? And then on Friday, we'll come back here and have our fun. We have at night when I'm sleeping. Sirin, don't do that. Love yourself with your full chest. Okay? Love yourself fully. I know you love yourself. You're just kidding. Just being silly. But it's alright. Alright. Guys, take care of yourselves. Be safe out there and take care of yourselves, okay? I'll see you again later on Friday, on Thursday, and on Friday. Bye, everyone. Steven, bye. Gordon is already gone. Anna, Gigi, everyone watching. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye bye. And thank you all for being here.